So when I go on these longer runs like this, I tend to do a lot of thinking. What else is there to do, right? And so they gave me a run. It's kind of unusual, from Red Bluff all the way up to Vancouver, Washington, one of our stores up there. It's 450 miles one way, or 459 miles, I think that's it, one way. So literally you're looking at, just under 1,000 miles. And, well, I'm driving along and I was thinking, what would be good, something good to talk about. And for some reason I was thinking of just common sense things and how we take it for granted. And I thought, new drivers would probably want to hear about that. So one of the first things I thought of going on a longer run was you get tired of sitting here. And here at Walmart, you have to do mandatory meal breaks. And so you have to stop twice a day for a half hour apiece. And, well, my advice is get out and walk. Let's do that right now. Fortunately, got some good scenery here to walk and see. And I'm here at exit 99, Seven Feathers. And it's a mountainous area, pine trees, just overall a pretty good place. And so, second piece of advice, if you're going to get out and walk and you're going to be near a truck stop, don't park close to the truck stop. For one, if you're going to go into the truck stop, you're going to get more exercise if you walk down to it. The other thing is, you park too close to the truck stop, you're going to end up going in and spending money. And as a new driver, you'll understand pretty quickly that it's amazing how much money can go when you buy a little candy bar here, a soda there, a hot dog. Well, for one, you're eating a bunch of junk food. And for two, you can see a few $100s a week go just faster than you can believe. So park far away from the truck stop, get out and walk, get a little exercise. Besides sitting behind the wheel, you don't get the cardio you need. You got to get your heart pumping. Some other stuff I was thinking about was pre-trip. One of the big things that are talked about for doing the onboarding for Walmart is that you got to do, not a perfect pre-trip, but you need to do a pre-trip and you need to do a passing score on it. And I was thinking, I've looked at the guide that Walmart hands out to the people that are going to go to onboarding, and I've looked at some stuff online, and to tell you the truth, tell you the truth, they're all pretty good, but the thing that I'm seeing that's missing is like basically a guide that will tell you like what order to go in or how to group things together. And I get it, everybody just wants to pass a test, but really you're starting a habit and you want it to be a good habit. And doing things in a certain order, or maybe a certain importance of that order, the most important things first, and so on and so forth. I thought, I'm thinking about putting together my own pre-trip guide, but something that has a little more substance to it. Something where you can actually start, good habits, not bad habits. Or instead of doing the shortcut thing, just want to get it done, something that I guess is more effective. So, I guess the tip on that one is you want to do a great pre-trip as a new driver because you're starting either bad habits or good habits, one of the two. Another thing that came to mind was I needed to pick a place to park, and I'm not really big on truck stops at all. Generally, they're not very safe. Someone could land up backing into you in the middle of the night, or who knows, somebody can come banging on the door, try to break into your truck. Usually not the best place to go. And so I got a lot of different places that I go to up and down through Washington, Oregon, and California. And one of the places, it's a truck stop, but it's not your normal truck stop. Yeah, it's a big dirt lot, kind of in a country area. And I noticed it's one of the most peaceful places I've ever gone to. And it's called, well, I don't know what they call it, something Villa, but it's at mile marker 216. And, it's a pretty good spot. You want to pick places that are going to be, with the wind really kicked up, you want to pick places that are going to be safe, quiet, you get your best sleep, low crime rate. So I guess the tip for a new driver on that is that just do the best you can to figure out what are the best places according to that. All right, walk time is over. Got to get moving. So another tip I was thinking was, it's kind of time management, but it's a little bit more. Time management as in lead padding for everything you do. You never know when you think you have enough time to get to the truck stop or wherever, and you think, oh, I've got at least 15 extra minutes, 20, 30 extra minutes, and then you get there and find out there's somebody trying to park and they eat up that whole 20 minutes. I've seen it a bunch. And then you're creeping through the parking lot because you don't want your electronic logs putting you on the drive line. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, it could even be you could be doing your pre-trip in the morning, and you've given yourself, you say you're going to do it in 15 minutes, but you pad it and just say a half hour. I mean, you never know. Another driver may want to get in a conversation with you, or maybe, whatever. There's something you need to do, and it adds time to it. And so you just want padding on everything you do. So that's good time management. Another item I was thinking was, I know that new drivers are probably really big on planning their trips out. But when you plan your trip out, let's say you plan the route you're going to take, maybe you're on Google Maps or something like that, and you're just looking at the way that you're going to go. Well, one of the things I've learned the hard way a couple of times is that you may not get to go on that route like you think you are. Maybe it was just a few weeks ago, matter of fact, I came up to a stoplight, and I hadn't been in this area at all, so I didn't know physically what it looked like. But I came up to a stoplight, and I don't know what was going on, some kind of police activity, and they were waving at everybody to make a right turn there, which looked like it was going directly into like a housing type thing or track homes. And yeah, you want to be really careful with that kind of thing. But luckily I had looked at Google Maps, and I knew that there was a lot of industrial area around there, especially on that side of the road. Just curious to what else is out and around the way I'm going to be going. And it was helpful because I felt confident that I could take that detour. I knew that all the city blocks were pretty much like in squares, and that I can go down a few streets, make a left, make another left, and then a right, and be back on the way I was going. So the last tip I have for you, this one you may have never heard before, and I never really gave it much thought myself until just these last couple of years. It used to be I didn't carry a lot with me in the truck, at least when I worked at Walmart. Prior to Walmart, I carried everything, but I literally lived in the truck at that point. But when I came to Walmart, I just bring, change of clothes, some food, some of the gear I need, nothing very expensive. And here in these last few years, I've been carrying a lot more things of value, like computers and camera gear, microphones, you know, some pretty high dollar stuff. And seeing a few trucks getting broken into at the truck stop, or maybe even at stores. We had a couple here not too long back where, you know, if it's a grocery load, we have to walk around inside, you know, into the store, and nobody's out there with the truck. And it made me realize you probably don't want to put everything of value or high value in one bag, because if you think about it, you can literally walk around the corner, somebody can come up, break the window out, and you know they're probably in a panic or worried that they're going to get caught, so they're in a hurry. Most likely they're going to reach in there and they're going to grab the largest bag and run. Well, if the largest bag has all your most valuable stuff in it, that was an easy steal. You know, don't make it easy for them. You know, if you have high value stuff, if you're into photography or electronics or whatever it is, you know, just place stuff throughout the truck. And then that way they can't take everything you own in one grab. So those are my thoughts on just some simple tips, nothing too profound, that I've learned over the years, and I'm passing them on to you. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. All right, I'll catch you guys later.